Welcome, everybody, to episode 52 of PT Shop Talk. On today's episode, we welcome back special guest Dave Stensland. And we finish up with our top 5 favorite epic cheat meals that we've consumed. With me, I'm Casey Hansen. With me, as always, is Nick Old 96er Doling and Jeremy Kobayashi Van Klompenberg.
Let's go.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome.
Welcome, Dave.
Yeah, I'm back.
He's
You're
back.
I'm back.
Talk about
What's
a little
new?
bit of Arnold prep, huh?
Yeah,
that coming up. I mean, what do you got? 4 weeks? 5 weeks?
Just under 4. Just under 4. First weekend in March. So
Columbus,
Yeah.
Ohio, still.
yeah, the
They
sunny
call
city of Columbus. Yeah,
Yeah, they call that the Vegas of the
Midwest.
shit east. Is that what they call it?
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Said
still
I
to
wasn't
this
gonna
day,
swear.
I still to this day don't know why it's in Columbus.
That is weird.
Because I mean, it's a huge event. You would think like
Yeah.
Vegas
Centrally located.
or something. Yeah,
Is that it?
Florida.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
you've been there too, haven't? Didn't you go there one time?
The Arnold? No.
Yeah, you didn't. Go
I would
to the
love
Arnold?
to. No.
I
well,
thought we
now's
talked
the
about
time
that
to
one
go.
time, but
I'm not
Yeah.
that far away.
Yeah, you aren't
Yeah.
that far away.
no.
How far is
Go
that
cheer
from
on.
Green
Go
Bay?
support
I
Dave.
mean, that must be right by there.
What you
Do
want
it,
to guess?
Jeremy? Oh, I don't know. 872 miles.
Mm,
I know from Fargo, it's like-
561.
oh, it's still the whole.
I gotta get better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
listeners.
it's like an 18-hour drive from Fargo, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a haul.
It's
Yeah,
gotta be.
we did that once. Never again.
I'd
Yeah.
assume Arnie must have a couple mistresses there. That's why you would go that route, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
You probably
Maybe a
did.
couple housekeepers, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Gotta
He's
have
got-
some
He's probably.
some side
He probably
chicks.
has some kids running around, right? I
Oh, probably. He has to.
mean, he had the one, obviously. He
Yeah.
looks like a spitting image, like a spitting
Kind of like
Latino
him.
image of him. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. A big guy.
And that's the one who doesn't have his last name, right?
I
Correct.
think
He was like
so.
the housekeeper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right, he's
that's the one.
illegitimate one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one that looks the most like him. Yeah.
Like him. Yeah. Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know the history of it. Did he start it, or was this something he picked
I
up from somebody
think-
else? Changed the name.
No, I think him and I don't know if it was Lou Ferrigno or who else he partnered with, but I know they were the ones who started it.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was maybe Lou's from there. I don't know, but
Well, it started out as bodybuilding originally.
Yeah, it was
Pierce,
just-
like
yeah,
to have another show other than the Olympia. And
yeah, yeah,
This
basically, yeah.
This says in the
Timing-wise-
70s, Jim Lorimer, the mayor of Worthington, Ohio, was asked to promote the World Weightlifting Championships. His idea was to organize the Mr. World bodybuilding competition that would have both weightlifters and bodybuilders with a cash prize of up to $500. So
I'm in.
they tried to get
Hey.
Arnold, and they said he didn't come initially because he was preparing for the 75 Olympia. So
Okay.
Mm.
his 4th in a row. So yeah,
They must have somehow sweet talked him into it, and he eventually showed up.
But when did
he
okay,
provided
so-
him with transportation from the Olympia in London to get him in Columbus in time for his own contest. So that
Oh.
that's kind of where it started. So
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's been going on that long, huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. Thanks,
Mhm.
Jeremy.
So it said it was the technically the Arnold was born in 1989.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That seems more-
that's
yeah,
that's
that's
when
more
it
what I'm-
switched
yeah.
over. So
I suppose that's his 80s. That would be his.
So okay, 89 was the first winner Lee Haney.
ooh, I don't know.
That would have been Haney's like heyday, big time. He was like came in right after Arnold dominated. Well, not right after. I think a couple of them. Like Frank Zane won a couple, and some other guys, and then Haney came in.
I liked Frank
Like-
Zane's look.
I'm like 8
Yeah.
in a row.
Beast.
Frank Zane is like the penultimate like physique. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people look back on that.
Yeah.
The vacuum pose while
Yeah.
Jeremy's doing his research, just keep
Yeah.
killing time.
Yeah.
Chop, chop, chop.
Was the other guy that Sergey, was that around that time too? Is that his last name? Olivier Sergey?
Oh, Serge Nubret.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I liked his
he was in
physique too.
Yeah, he was from France, and he was more in the 70s. He's like in
Was
the
it
first
that?
Pumping Iron movie. Yeah,
Okay.
that's who
Yeah.
takes second to Arnold.
He had a nice peck look to him.
It's
These guys
crazy
they,
how they looked, the look they had then early like
Mhm.
that to now. I mean, but I've noticed though, like they're trying to go back to make more of the classic physique the main show now. If you
They have,
if
yeah.
you guys saw that,
Can you share that with us? Because I noticed that after the
the
Olympia, they
Olympia,
have two categories, right? They have
the
like
well body
basically like the juiced out of
bodybuilding,
your mind category.
yeah,
And then the natural.
It's
yeah,
like classic physique or something, isn't it? Or yeah, there's Serge Nubret.
Yeah, that's a
There
nice
he is.
physique. Goals.
But yeah, no. After
It's
this last Olympia, that was like the main talk was they were going to make the classic physique like the main show thing, and kind of
Move away
the big huge,
like the
being
juiced.
the yeah, and I mean because that's what bodybuilding turned into is like you got these guys with the big bowling ball bellies and
Jeez,
just
yeah.
I
Mass
mean
monsters.
yeah, literally they're just people want to go back to that classic look and
Well, I remember like the '90s, like seeing that massive, like, I think of, and it's not pointing the finger at him, but I think of Dorian Yates as like the tipping point with all that. Because when he came out, like Lee Haney, he came in right after Haney and dominated, and it went from like this real classical Haney style, like physique, like you were just showing, similar to Surge. And then when Dorian came out, he was so freaking huge and wide and thick.
yeah, he had a
And
huge back.
and from that point on, it was like everybody else kind of followed suit, and then Ronnie Coleman took it to like that whole other level. But there were other freaky guys like Paul
Yeah,
Dillett, Kevin Levrone.
yeah.
Yeah, there's Big Ramey. Is he the guy who won it this year, Big Ramey?
He lost, right? Because he came in
I
looking
think
like
he did.
kind of like
Yeah,
garbage.
yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure who
he
won.
looked like hot garbage. This
Marcus
is crazy.
Rule, the old German monster. This dude was huge.
He
Too.
was huge. I remember him. He was a monster.
Oh yeah,
Did he pass away recently?
I don't know. This is then versus now, 2021.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was Gunther Schliedenkamp. Remember Gunther?
Oh yeah, he was in
He
He was
said
another
Beer Fest,
German
right?
mass monster.
They
Yes,
said
he was-
Rich Gaspari won the
Five.
inaugural.
Oh, gasp! All right. He had a good physique, too.
Haney, they said Haney won the Olympia that year, but he did not participate in the Arnold.
okay.
6'4". He was huge.
A
6'4"
handsome looking guy.
bodybuilder.
That's a good look to
Yeah.
him in that suit. He's still alive too.
Yeah, but
Nick,
I think he's
53.
battling. But I think he's been battling some health stuff.
Oh, don't start rumors about Gunter.
I think it's real, but yeah. Yeah,
He
these
looks
guys were
thin.
humongous though. Took it to like this other level.
Yeah, and I think probably that was like the HDH insulin craze too went really big in that time. They went from just testosterone to growth hormones and insulin, and part of the reason you saw those big guts show up is their organs just kept growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the reason
Awesome
you
stuff.
saw a lot of those guys have a lot of health problems and some of those guys dying.
Yeah. Interesting. Jeremy mentioned Rich Gaspari, but if you look at him now, he stays in really ridiculous shape. He's one of those that little online personality yet.
Yeah.
Staying with it.
Yeah.
Supplement line, all that stuff. Living the life.
Well, and
Yeah,
it's crazy,
sucks.
like looking at Ronnie Coleman, and then with Jay Cutler.
Cutler, yeah.
I mean, Jay Cutler he still looks good.
Yeah.
There's a right and a wrong way to do it for sure.
Yeah.
So who won at life? I don't know, right? I mean,
not Ronnie.
Ronnie did squat 800 pounds though for how many reps?
He did 2 reps.
He said he could have got 3.
Yep, that's his only regret. I think I mentioned that on the show a while back.
You did.
Yeah, I could have did it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he's going to be a legend. I mean, his name will go down, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
He won it 8 in a row, right?
I think so. Yeah.
8 times. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a freak,
Well,
though. I mean, that's
we came in hot. So should we segue into like that? I put that topic like Liver King-esque like PED discussion. So we dabbled in this a little bit last time, but we bodybuilding, it goes without saying, we're just dissecting that, and you got like these different subcategories, and then you even have like a natural bodybuilding category and stuff like that. But what's the delineation on that look like for powerlifting?
Well, I mean, it kind of almost is the same too, as like, you get the guys who want to be just as big and as strong as they can be. That's goal number one, is they want a big total. They want to move weight. But then you get the other side of it, where you got the guys who they want the coefficient score, so they're leaned in. They're all like diced up, kind of like I don't know if you're familiar with someone like John Hack.
Yeah.
Okay. Who, I mean, he's putting up crazy numbers, but I mean, he looks like he could prep for a bodybuilding show within a couple weeks time.
Is he at 198 or 220?
He does 198 for the most part for like the records and stuff he holds, but he's done a few show or comps where he's just walked in at 220 and just cleaned house. So yeah,
impressive.
like me and Jeremy at the buffet, baby.
Oh, I clean house.
He's trying to segue into top five way too soon.
No,
we got a lot of ground to cover.
Only
no, you gotta go over though, Dave. You gotta go over. We were talking like just like numbers that you're kind of looking at, or like as far as like some goal type stuff for the Arnold.
Yeah.
So you gotta drop that on Doling too.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Well,
Nick's chasing you. So
last year, I ended with a 640 squat, a 400 bench, and a 675 deadlift.
Nice.
I was going to call that my last competition and like go out on a high note, but I left too much on the table. Like the way my 640 squat moved, I couldn't. I'm like, nope. I want to know what I could hit more, and I want to know what I can get.
Yeah, love it.
He doesn't want that Ronnie Coleman regret.
Exactly.
I mean, that's not like we talked just briefly, I think a little bit offline, but that's kind of like the David Goggins type of like empty the tank mentality. Like you never know what you're capable. I mean, I applaud the hell out of you for that. Like,
and that's part of it too. Is like if you've seen the video where I do 640, I mean it's boom boom, and it's like I should have put more weight on the bar. It was just like,
is that how do you feel that immediately when you hit that lift and you see the white lights?
I was so pumped at the time. It was one of those things almost after the competition. I was just like, I'm like, I probably could have did another 20, 30 pounds.
Gotcha.
Thinking, and that was like my thing. So I took the whole year off and then just to focus and train up for the Arnold one more time.
Okay.
And like I was mentioning earlier with these guys, was just the other week I hit 640 in training for triples.
That's so cool.
So yeah, so it's like we've come a long way from where we were. So it's like, I'm
so
looking
based
at
on your. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was looking at what my plan is going into the Arnold is open with a 625 squat, and then a 675 for my second attempt, and then go for 7.
Nice. So I was gonna add what I was gonna go with, like, and everybody's body's different. We've seen these. We all shared our past history and training and stuff like that. They have these different, logarithmic scales where it's like if you could do 640 3 times, and that's the equivalent of 700 by 1, right?
Yeah.
Where do you feel? So that's kind of where I'm going. If you're moving 640 for a triple.
Typically with the training I've been doing, like I'm doing a 5-3-1, is what I'm hitting for on my 5s. I can hit for a single on an extra 100 pounds. So like I just hit 600 for 5 reps last Friday. And so that put me in the ballpark of 700s there. Gotcha.
And then for any listeners who aren't really super familiar with powerlifting and powerlifting like training approach, what are you doing? Those are your working sets, but what are you doing leading up to that 5-3?
I mean, just like, diet wise, or you mean training wise, or
just kind of like warm up for like leading up to that type of programming.
Like,
yeah.
Because like each, because like what it is a 1 week I'm doing my main lifts as a 5, the next week it'll be triples, and then next will be a single. But I've been spacing out the singles and not hitting as many singles, and just continuing the 5 and the 3. And
So how many warm-ups? I guess maybe I'll be more clear. Like when you look at your warm-up sets, like I still love watching some of the old Ed Cohn videos where he's no matter what he's doing, he starts with a 45-pound bar. He does like 45 by 10, and then he does like 135 by 10.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there'd be people listening and be like, "Whoa, this dude walks like into the gym and goes under the bar with 600 pounds like cold," but that's not really the case, right?
No. I mean, I literally start up with a plate and just literally start adding weight and doing reps. And I typically will only work up to about 405, so 4 plates on each side. And I'll do that beltless, no sleeves, no nothing. So that by the time when I get up to my actual working sets, when I got knee sleeves on, a belt on, I mean, it's a huge difference for support and bracing.
Same thing with the jorts, right? How much assist do the jorts give you?
Some people say, I mean, it depends on how tight you can get those shorts on.
Have you ever had a jort malfunction in the gym?
I mean,
a jort malfunction? It seems like those things are taught on you.
Oh yeah, they
a seam issue.
I had one training session. I was positive I ripped them. I was positive they were going to be ripped. And like I get up and I turn to go sit down and get my knee sleeves off, and I'm like turning to like my wife Katie, and I'm like, "Hey, did I rip these things?" And she's just like, "No," and I'm like, "No way, you're shitting me." Yeah. I'm like, "No way."
Are you making them out of four-way? Are you making out of the newer jeans? Because I love we all got it. I mean, none of us are small men on this pod, so we gotta love the fact that they're weaving spandex into every pair of jeans now.
Agreed. Oh, yeah. What a joy.
Yeah.
There's a she's a wellness competitor, and she makes pants, and they're like made for because wellness people, bodybuilders, they got big legs and big asses, which like
fair.
A few weeks ago, like me and the wife went to the mall. I needed some pants, and I'm like, "Hey, what's the stretchiest pair you got?" There is not enough material in the back for my ass. They're all like low rise, like 2001. Yeah, Christina Aguilera.
Get the whale tail out there, man.
Exactly.
And I will say, historically, David has a long ass. I'm the first to admit it. We give him a hard time about it at times. It's a lot of backside.
There's a lot back there. Yeah. There's not a lot of material in these jeans. So, anyways, this chick, she makes them. And, we follow each other on Instagram, and she's just like, "Well, I'm looking at making them for men." And I was like, "Well, let me know when you do it." And she's like, so she included me in the process of like designing, and what do you think of these? And, yeah. So, I mean,
big deal.
Hold up here. I'm going to show you some jeans here.
Oh, how many?
Let's go. I love this.
Give her a shout out. Like,
what a highly interactive pod we have going.
Yeah, boy, if you're not watching on YouTube,
I squatted in these things.
That's
look at
that, man.
Now, do they? Here's my question though. Yeah. What do they go for? Because I swear I've seen some like barbell jeans before that are like $200.
Do not buy barbell apparel. They do not have the stretch they say they do.
Dave, the guys squat. He's like squatting 315 for reps in these jeans.
I squatted 6 in these. These are way better.
They held.
All right.
They held.
Keep that in mind.
But they're about like the same price. Like, because I know barbell is like they're like
150.
Oh 50? Yeah, these I think are like 80 to 100, so a little less.
But let's give her a shout out. What's her name?
She's selling these.
Yeah. They're what is her website?
And is there
KG Jeans is what it is.
KG Jeans.
That is KG.
Like two letters, a K and a G.
Yep.
Or CAG. Okay.
No, K and a G.
Okay.
And are there any 36 or 38 inseams? That's my real
No, that's
question.
impossible.
There's
Nobody
nobody
has.
makes that pant.
She might have
They
to
get
make
the
the
real
custom ones for you.
They get the real stretchy ones, and they all have like a 32 inseam, and I'm screwed then.
Yeah.
I feel for Jeremy, guys.
He
Real
only
talk.
wears capris.
When he was in our clinic, all of his slacks looked like skinny capris.
Oh, just you got to rock it. That's all you can do.
You gotta have a solid
Sorry,
sock
man.
collection at that point for
It
sure.
kind of turns
actually-
into like the way Lou Ferrigno looked after he turned into the Hulk.
Just-
Bars flaring out.
Yeah, that's a nice look.
Yeah. It's I still do it to this day. So,
Ooh.
actually, this is my time. I should just announce my retirement from PT. I'm going into gene making.
Ooh,
You should.
it's a market.
There is
Don't
a
retire. Don't retire. But I mean,
There's
you
a-
don't need a side
and
hustle.
the
Side
jeans
gig.
the jeans that don't work out, you can make into jorts.
Correct.
There is a huge
A
jort market right
secondary market.
now.
You know,
Yes.
you should
Or
really.
when my jeans don't work out, they turn into jorts for Jeremy.
Mhm.
Yeah, you market that as
You don't even have to touch
eco-friendly.
them. You don't even
It's
have
so
to.
green. You're recycling them, reusing.
Exactly.
It's unreal.
I know. Especially we all look like hobbits compared to Jeremy.
It's true.
Halloween idea.
There we go. There
Oh,
we
that'd
go.
be
Gandalf.
fun.
There's our
Jeremy's
Gandalf.
Gandalf, and you and I are just Frodo and
Sam.
Samwise. Yeah, I like
Samwise.
that. Writes
All right.
itself.
Yeah.
So,
I'll dress
okay,
as
Kate,
Gandalf, but you're not tricking me into any
Any
of
business,
the weird
huh?
stuff.
Okay, well,
dirty pot, dirty Tolkien's.
you don't have to trick him. That's his thing. Trickster
Ooh.
himself.
So KG Jeans, big
Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, Cassandra Gillis. She just competed at the Olympia and she got 4th place for wellness.
That ain't.
Ain't
Yeah,
bad.
wellness is
Yeah.
big now, right? Did
Oh,
that
yeah.
replace something?
Well, I mean, because they took away bodybuilding a while back.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's basically bikini, figure, and wellness, and I believe fitness as well. Fitness is the
yeah,
one
I
where they
remember
do
that
the
stuff.
routine. Yeah,
They're all like gymnasts, anyways, right?
Yeah, for fit-
Everybody in
yeah,
fitness is like
yeah.
a gymnast.
yeah. Whereas wellness is more that came along like basically like because the Brazilians and stuff, huge lower body,
Mhm.
all legs, and so
Go on.
so
Let me be
but
the
yeah, no,
judge.
it's I mean, I think the division literally it's like they don't there's no upper body like judging at all. It's literally
Really?
yeah, like it's like I
Interesting.
the one person I know, she basically they're like, yeah, you need to cut back on your shoulders. You're getting too big on top. It's like more legs. So yeah.
Very, very interesting. I'm learning stuff all the time. This is very cool
For
because
sure.
I've seen wellness stuff pop up all the time, and
Mhm.
I was wondering
Yeah,
if that was an adjunct, if it was an addition, but it's a
Yeah, no, I'm not
substitute.
sure when it came into effect or whatnot, but at the national level, it's a huge division. So
Very cool.
Yeah. So this year was your sole focus was Arnold. How did
Yeah,
training look
yeah.
like when you have a full year to train? I mean, how did
Uh,
you cycle through? Did you kind of look
yeah,
to hit a
I
PR, cut back, start over? I mean,
I mean, you might have seen some of the stuff I posted too. Is like
every day, baby,
after
every day.
after the Arnold last year, um, I did a lot more volume stuff for a while. No sleeves, no nothing. I did a huge section of pause squats, naked knee stuff, basically all summer into the fall. And I think the biggest lift I hit like with that, which I was really proud of, was I hit a 620 squat, naked knee, no knee sleeves, no nothing, which was huge. I mean, because I've never touched anything like that, even over 600, with no knee sleeves or anything like that. So I did a lot of the pause squats, naked knee stuff, and then just kind of slowly increasing, the support and stuff as I got closer to the Arnold.
Now, so you deadlift, you bench, you squat.
Mhm.
Is there ever like room for accessory stuff? You ever
Oh
get
yeah,
into
oh yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, big time. Yeah, after my main lifts for the day, I mean, I'm literally doing rows, poles, and all that, cables
Okay.
and for my back day and arms
Is
together
that
and
stuff
stuff.
still
So
heavy, or you do higher reps on
um
that stuff?
it
Pause,
depends
eccentrics, timing.
yeah, each week is a little different. Like I'm doing sets of heavy sets of 4 to 10 on the week of my 5s, and then week 2 I'll be doing more slower stuff, more of a pump, higher rep stuff, just more control. And then on say the weeks I do singles, I'm actually doing like reps of 20 on my accessories and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a really good balance. I really, really like it. And I've seen just good results with it. So
Yeah. How often do you hop on the hip AB and adduction machine in them jorts? Is that allowed at the gym?
oh, it's allowed.
As long as you keep good eye contact, you're fine.
Now,
Mhm.
historically, I don't
Heard
know if
that.
this has changed because I haven't worked out there in a long time.
Yeah, they
At
changed
courts, the hip AB and adduction machine faced each other.
that. Yeah, it got
Which
pretty
was-
intimate.
Always interesting when there was somebody else on the other one.
Like, how you doing?
Just
Especially if they're doing the standing version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, they just
Backwards.
recently they did get new machines, and they don't face each other anymore. Now they face the track.
The damn shame.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I felt like that created a nice community. It was a good time to meet people.
yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Because I don't know if you guys have seen this trend, and it bothers me in ways of like people on like Insta. Nick, I know that's your
yeah,
job.
yeah,
Posting videos of like guys watching them work out,
Yeah,
where they're like
yeah.
drinking a bottle of water and they glance over at a girl on like the prone hamstring machine, and